Hey, welcome back. You may at home think that we actually had Donald Trump on here, but no. That's John DiDomenico, but he does a heck of a Donald Trump. And we're coming to you live as we do every day from the Question Tequila Studios. I, in this segment, mix up a drink, throw out the topics, and let these guys duke it out. Joining me again, Josh Kravitz, representing the left, and Republican strategist Robert Hornak on the right. Guys, there's all this noise about emoluments, about Trump is making money from his hotels, and he's not supposed to be making money from foreign governments. Now, Vice President Mike Pence goes over to Ireland, and he's staying at a Trump property, and it's apparently like 2 hours by car to where the meetings are in Dublin, and everyone's up in arms. Is it really that big a deal, Josh?
Yes, I think it's a really big deal. I think it's something that, taking off our partisan hats for a second, I'm prone to disliking things that Donald Trump and Mike Pence, I don't like things that they do for the most part, and you probably do and want to defend them, but just taking our hats off for a second, the idea that the vice president is staying and enriching the president and through his property is something that should just be front page news. It's just an ethical scandal that used to matter. I mean, when Price, the former HHS secretary at the beginning of the term, was flying around in private planes, at least he wasn't enriching himself. This is directly enriching the president. Now, I'll separate the way you set up the premise, which is to say that this is not an emoluments issue, because an emoluments issue, it requires a foreign government. So this isn't an emoluments issue. But at the end of the day, Ireland's ambassador's house is around the corner from where the meetings are. They could walk 3 minutes. But instead what we're doing is we're having Vice President Pence, his entire entourage, all of the Secret Service stay at Trump's property and pay Trump personally. And part of the reason why that is because Trump never put his assets in a blind trust, which is also unprecedented. So the executive branch is making decisions which are directly enriching the president. And that is the definition of an American scandal that's unacceptable. Okay. Take away the parties. It's just unacceptable to me as a citizen.
I was with you to some extent on the guns. I'm against you now.
Okay.
And that's why I'm one of the purple people. But Robert,
yes.
One of the big knocks on Trump when he was running for president, he's not a developer. He just rents out his name to properties and, puts Trump on it. He gets a license agreement for putting his name on the property.
Right.
So they don't go, hey, we had a good month this month. Mike Pence stayed here. Here's some extra dough, right? He gets an annual fee for calling it a Trump property. And by the way, for those of our friends out there in the squad and the left-wing media who know nothing about capitalism, there are also offsets, meaning the president's already been there. So we probably saved a boatload of dough on pre-security by having to have advanced teams go out there. They already knew the lay of the land there, and they put him in a helicopter, and he's over there in 20 minutes anyway. So what do you think, Rob?
You stole my best point, John.
Oh,
because
all right.
If I were the Trump team, I would be staying nowhere but Trump properties for the security reason.
Exactly.
Because they know very well what they're going to get, what kind of treatment they're going to get, that this hotel's not going to allow crazies and Antifa members or whoever get through their front door. They know that they're going to get the best secure level of security at a Trump property. As you also stated, he's getting a flat fee on these licensing agreements.
That's it.
And let's also remember that this is the president that's working for free. He's not taking a salary. He's giving all the money away to charity. He's not going to go into office and then suddenly come out a rich guy like the guy before him who was poor not that long ago, but now is buying a $10 million
Obama's screaming and yelling about income equality and Green New Deals and everything else.
I can't afford a $10 million
He's flying in
beach house.
private jets to a $15 million mansion in Nantucket. So, I have a hard time. Last minute, guys, final minute, quick thoughts. Boris Johnson was elected in this uprising of the people. It was unexpected. He's lost his majority. Is this good news or bad news?
Well, again, the premise, there was no uprising of the people, really. Boris Johnson was elected because Theresa May stepped down and the Conservative Party members elected
Brexit.
Well, Brexit was in 2016, but
yes.
Boris Johnson became prime minister because the members of the Conservative Party, about 130,000 people, chose the prime minister for a nation of 65 million people. So when we talk about having a robust democracy, I don't know how you could say Boris Johnson has a mandate, and it's clear because his own party just basically took away his majority and walked across the aisle.
Rob, final thought.
This is the English system. Brexit has to happen. If Boris Johnson can't get it done, then he should be swept aside. Nigel Farage will run and probably get elected, and he'll come in and he'll get the job done.
We're getting the job done like we do every day in the Mix It Up segment. I want to thank Josh Kravitz, Robert Hornak. We're going to take a quick break. Liquid Lunch will be back right after this.